Hi, I'm Krupakran. I'm working on an app called History. You can think of it as your internet co-pilot. I sit down here, hopefully every morning while I have my cup of coffee. I share some updates, and that's the plan. Um, so there were two cancellations yesterday. I was a little bummed. But it is what it is. I shared an update a couple of days ago that there were two new signups. These are different users who canceled. But, you know, uh, strikes and gutters, right? So onward. Um, and on the exciting side of things, I pushed an update. Um, So this designer, Michael, he's been helping me. I really like his work, and he's great. The way he thinks about stuff is what I appreciate the most. I'll talk about that in detail a different day. But I'm very excited about what he is helping history do. um, Things just seem more logical once he does his magic on something. I was making changes to the browser extension, and it looks a lot better now. Let me share my screen. Let me show you. Okay, so I'm on this website and I want to take a note. So I click and I get this nice pop-up, right? Oh, let me actually show you what it used to look like. History. Okay. Oh, that's where I meant to go. Okay. So it used to look like when I first made it, it used to look like this, which, it's pretty horrible. But it worked and it has everything and it looks like it was made by an engineer, which it was. And then after a while, I put in the same template that the website uses, history.com uses, for into the extension, and then it looked like this, which is much cleaner. And there are these icons and suggested tags and stuff like that, and I thought that was pretty neat. But here's the save tabs icon, and I didn't really know how to group things. So and then Michael took a pass on that, and then now it looks like this, which I like a lot more. Um, so there is a visual distinction between this section and this section. This is global, and this is just for this website we're on, for taking a note on this website. This is great. Now you can directly, when you take a note, you can save it also to multiple notebooks. That was a much requested feature. And saving all tabs into a notebook is much easier now, and it's very neat. And settings is pulled out separately instead of cluttering the main view. So I'm very excited about this update. I, I, I like it a lot, and I hope my users like it as well. Um, and Speaking of features, so okay, this is what's on my plate, right? I have promised these features to my users. Um, Images in Telegram. that's the main thing. So there is Telegram integration for history now. Let me stop my screen. Okay. Telegram integration, people love it, but you can only send text content to history via Telegram. And one of my users, he wanted to be able to send photos. His use case is to, his coworkers send him images, and he needs to sort them out later based on some criteria. That and then full text search is coming. When you browse, you have that tree style history that I showed a couple of days ago, and you can search. But right now it's not full text search, meaning the text content of the websites that you visited are not searchable yet, but I've been working on that. Another priority is also highlights. And highlights is, like you go to any website, you can highlight a section. And then right now, actually, you can right click and save that to history, but that's not as good as it could be. You should be able to just highlight and have a pop-up there, which lets you highlight in different colors. Maybe tweet it if you want to, take a note right there in line, things like that. So I meant to I was hoping that I would have been able to launch these features much faster. And like I talked about yesterday, the programmer I was working with had to ramp down his time because his startup is taking off, and the hiring project that I've been working on, trying to hire people, that's taking much longer than I thought. So my thinking was, if I put all my time into developing the features, then that's not gonna push the company forward much faster, because I need to hire, and if I hire the right person, then both of us could work on it. Once I hire, I could, we could both work on it, and then would go much faster. But clearly that hasn't happened yet, and these things you're very optimistic when you plan for it, but actually it takes a long time to find the right person, which is all normal. So what I intend to do is to I'm not going to put the feature development on hold until I find somebody anymore. So I'm going to split my time, and the time that I do have available, I'm going to split that into feature development and hiring. So I'm going to do one or the other in a given day. That's one of the hacks that's actually working well. The thing is, I used to try to squeeze. I still do. I try to squeeze as much out of my day as possible. So by the end of the day, even though I would have gotten a lot of things done, I would feel like I haven't accomplished much because my to-do list was much bigger, right? And I'm trying to be better at that, to put in hard work, and at the end of the day, feel like I accomplished what I set out to accomplish, and feel that a nice contentment. That would go a long way in helping my happiness, I think. Maybe one day I work exclusively on hiring, and another day I work exclusively on coding. So that's the plan. And that's the reason the features have been delayed, and I'm actually going to switch gears, spend a lot more time on coding, get those features out, and I think they're very important. And I got to say, they are just the next set of features that are coming out. That are I want to do a lot more. for history. I have like all these plans, and I'm very excited about those. But one step at a time, right? So that's the update for today. See you tomorrow.